This is the VideoMic NTG, and if you're looking for a professional sounding microphone with a decent price, this is your best bet. So the name says it all. It's basically a mix out of RODE's VideoMic lineup and RODE's NTG lineup. So RODE decided to bring some of those premium features, that build quality and also that nice audio quality from those NTG microphones down to a reasonable price point at $250. So let's start off with the battery life on this microphone. It is 30 hours with a non-removable battery, which means that you cannot replace it yourself, but you can set it to RODE, and if you extend your warranty by 10 years with just registering the product on their website, they will replace it for you without any charge. And if that 30 hours runs out, you can easily recharge it with the USB-C port on the microphone. So how do you tell the charge level of your microphone? You simply look at the LED below your power button, and don't be worried if that LED suddenly starts flashing blue, since that only signifies that it has established a connection to your USB device, since the VideoMic NTG can be used as a USB-C microphone with your PC or mobile device. And to make this process easier, RODE have actually included the cables in the box, with a USB-C to USB-C cable, a USB-C to Lightning cable, and also a 3.5mm TRRS cable. And just a little side note here, don't worry if you just have a TRS cable. You don't really need to buy an adapter, since the microphone knows what's plugged in it and it will recognize the right input. This knowledge also enables the microphone to sense when your camera or your mobile phone is recording your voice, and thus it turns itself on, which means your microphone will be only on when you're recording, and when your camera is off, it also automatically switches off. So let's get to what the buttons do. First and foremost, we have the power button, and if you press and hold this button for more than 2 seconds, then it will turn on the microphone itself manually. And above the power button, we have this peak warning light, which flashes red when your audio peaks. That means if you're being a bit too loud, it warns you of that. Then when you press the power button once, you engage the -20 dB pad, which just lowers the overall volume of your audio. This is mainly useful if you're in a noisy environment and you see your peak warning light going off all the time. You can press the power button once again to engage a separate channel mode that is running at -20 dBs. So one channel just records at normal volume and the second one records at -20 dBs. That means if something peaks in your main audio, you can use the backup track, the safety track, to recover your missed audio. If you tap this button once again, it enables both of these at the same time. That means one channel is going to run at -20 dBs and the other one is going to run at -40 dBs. If you're enjoying the video so far, please leave a like and subscribe down below. It helps the channel a ton. Thank you. Above that, we have an EQ control button. With one press, you enable a high pass filter at 75 Hz. With two presses, you enable a high pass filter all the way up at 150 Hz. This is mostly useful in a really noisy environment, or if you want to get rid of that low end rumble in the background. And if you press and hold this button, it enables high frequency boosts, which enhances the clarity of your audio, and this is especially useful when using windshields, for example. And if you're recording outside and you have a windshield on, but the wind is just a bit too harsh, then you can enable the high frequency boost to enhance that clarity, and enable those high pass filters too to make your quality better. And let's not forget about one of the best features on the VideoMic NTG, the variable gain knob. It's located at the very end of the microphone, where you can adjust the gain that you're giving your audio. It goes from 1 all the way up to 15. And if you're planning to use the VideoMic NTG with your camera, I suggest that you put your camera to your lowest recording volume, which probably might be 0 or 1 depending on the camera you use, and then go from 15 downwards on the VideoMic NTG till you find that sweet spot at -12 dBs on your audio measurement levels in your camera. That is pretty much the basic optimal volume that you want for recording videos, since you can make it a bit lower or a bit higher depending on your taste. The VideoMic NTG also comes with this high quality shock mounting directly from RODE, which enables a lot of configuration options. You can turn and twist the microphone whichever way you want, especially when you're recording something like this. You can have it facing you, and if you want to do some kind of voiceover, like for example you're doing your room tour of some kind, you can turn the microphone the other way around and you can do your voiceover right then and there. I also love this little cable management department that's located on the shock mount. It really makes just life a little bit tidier. And at the bottom of the microphone, you have this little sliding rail that you basically screw in with these 2 screws on the microphone itself. Then under that, there's a cold shoe mount for your camera, and also on the bottom there is a 3/8" thread that you can use to mount the microphone on a boom arm or any kind of tripod. And let's not forget that this microphone is highly directional. That means if I'm talking to it like this, it basically sounds pretty much perfect. But if I stand up and I will be talking to it from the other side, it really doesn't sound that perfect anymore, since it mostly wants to pay attention to the subject that you're recording and not to all of the other background sound that's going on behind the microphone. Okay, so this is gonna be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you have any more questions about the VideoMic NTG, leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.